everybody, and welcome back to Fazbear Acid. On today's edition of FNAF Merch Character Profiles, we'll be taking a look at probably one of the most overlooked group of animatronics in the franchise, the Rockstars. Rockstar Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Lefty. But before we get into the merch, for today's fast question of the video, do you think Rockstar Freddy and Lefty hate the summer season? Because we all know they both don't like heat, and Lefty doesn't like noise, which could be associated with, summer parties, so I think it would kind of make sense, right? I don't know, tell me what you think in the comments. So enough with the intro, let's take a look at the history of Rockstar animatronic figures and plushies. August 2018 would be the first time we'd see the Rockstar animatronics get some merch. Funko released their wave of Pizzeria Simulator Funko Pops, and in this wave, they included a Rockstar Freddy Pop, a Rockstar Foxy Pop, and a Lefty Pop. All three pops are pretty decent. Lefty and Rockstar Freddy are definitely more accurate looking to their in-game counterparts than Foxy here, but overall they aren't bad. However, speaking of accuracy, the Rockstar Foxy Pop has a little bit of an interesting history in regards to that. You see, there exists two versions of this Funko Pop. The original is the one you are seeing now, but later on Funko actually made this version of the Pop with an accurate red base. It was apparently first shown at the New York Toy Fair in 2019, and according to some, it was only available to actually get for a very short time. It was pulled for some reason. The pop is now pretty rare, only popping up on aftermarket sites every now and then. It is interesting because the box of the inaccurate Foxy Pop does have the accurate colors on the box art, so I don't really know what Funko was doing here. So if you have a Rockstar Foxy Funko Pop, go ahead and check it because you may have the rare version and you didn't even know it. Shortly after, in September, we'd get the Rockstar Freddy and Foxy Funko Pops again, but this time in mini form. Funko made a pocket pop of each, miniature versions of the pops with keychains. Not the most exciting merch, but they are neat little pieces. In that same month, we'd yet again get more Rockstar Freddy and Foxy merch, with Funko's Pizzeria Simulator action figures. Both are pretty awesome figures, and it's cool that Foxy here is much more accurate in his colors compared to his Funko Pop. Kinda sad though how heavily Funko is favoring these two. Don't get me wrong, I love Rockstar Freddy and Foxy, but Rockstar Bonnie and Chica are such awesome characters too, so I would have loved to see them get their own action figures as well. Funko would continue with the Rockstar merch in September with yet another Rockstar Freddy figure. But this time, it would come in the form of probably the most unique piece of Rockstar merch we'd receive. Funko would release this Freddy Fazbear's Funko's cereal. Yes, really. And inside the cereal box, they included a blacklight Rockstar Freddy mini pop. The whole cereal was centered around blacklight Rockstar Freddy too. Very interesting to include Rockstar Freddy here over classic Freddy, but I'm guessing since this was around the time of the Pocket Pop release, they just figured reusing the model would be the best choice for convenience. But still, how awesome is a FNAF cereal? In October, Funko would release another Rockstar figure, but this time it was someone other than Rockstar Freddy or Foxy. No, not Bonnie, not Chica, but a Walmart exclusive Lefty action figure. Does make sense for Lefty to be an exclusive, honestly. He is definitely the most significant and most popular Rockstar animatronic, and this is a pretty nice figure. It is usually pretty pricey nowadays, but nothing compared to say Jacko Chica or Lolbit. Continuing with 2018, Funko would load up December with Rockstar Animatronic plushies finally. And as you probably guessed, they did their 3 favorite Rockstar animatronics yet again. Plushies of Rockstar Freddy, Foxy, and Lefty. Not a whole lot to say about them, all 3 are pretty good, but I will say that Lefty is definitely too gray. He's way darker than that. And also, I just have to point out the fact that one time, a fire department had to rescue the Rockstar Freddy plush from being stranded on the roof of a school building. Something all of you should know. We finally move on to 2019, where at the very beginning of the year, Funko's Pizzeria Simulator Mystery Mini Wave would hit the store shelves. And here they made a mini for every Rockstar animatronic, Freddy and Foxy being 1 out of 6s, Bonnie a 1 out of 24, and Chica and Lefty being 1 out of 36s. I especially like Rockstar Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica's minis, but Foxy and Lefty definitely could have been better. Both of their colors are off, and for some reason they gave Foxy pants. But nevertheless, I really like the entire Pizzeria Sim mini wave, and am happy that we finally got merch of Rockstar, Bonnie, and Chica, so I can't complain too much. Fast forward all the way to November, and we'd go back to normal with Funko making more Rockstar Freddy and Foxy merch. They redid their Pizzeria Simulator action figures, but this time they made them glow in the dark, naturally resulting in a glow-in-the-dark Freddy and Foxy. Then, just a short number of weeks later in December, Funko would do the same thing with the mystery minis, making every Rockstar animatronic get their own glow mini, same rarities and all. Sadly though, for Rockstar animatronic fans, it would be about a year before we would get anything new. But when we did, it was some pretty nice looking stuff, and finally from a brand other than Funko. In November 2020, McFarlane would release the Star Curtain Construction set with Lefty. Nice smaller set with an accurate looking Lefty figure. Was an interesting choice though having Lefty be the figure with this stage. I think Rockstar Foxy would have made more sense, but it is obviously still really cool. Shortly after, in December, McFarlane would release another construction set with Rockstar Animatronics, the Deluxe Concert Stage. Such an amazing set by McFarlane here, and showing some love to Rockstar Bonnie and Chica is nice to see. Sadly, Foxy did not get his own McFarlane figure though, which I am really surprised by. I wish McFarlane made more FNAF 6 sets, because having the entire Pizzeria Simulator establishment with rides and all in McFarlane construction sets would have just been killer. After this, it would take a while for anything new to pop up. It wasn't until late 2021 when Funko was back at it again making merch of their preferred Rockstar animatronics. In November, they released a GameStop exclusive Jumbo Lefty plush. Now, Jumbo plushies are always cool, even if this one is only 16 inches, which is not really that big honestly, but regardless, it is still pretty underwhelming in design in my opinion. It's got that same issue as the standard plush, the gray color instead of black. Maybe that's not a big deal to most, but honestly, if they had just given it accurate colors, I think this plush could have been one of my favorite Funko plushies ever. Also in November, Funko released the FNAF Something Wild card game, and this included a Rockstar Freddy mini pop. Not really anything new, it's just the pocket pop minus the keychain, but I think it's still worth mentioning. But later, Funko went back to making Jumbo Rockstar plushies, because in February of 2022, this GameStop exclusive jumbo Rockstar Freddy plush was made available. And I gotta say, I really like this plushie. The standard plush was already pretty good and accurate, and the fact that they doubled the size of Freddy here, I mean, come on, you can't help but want it. I'm still not giving you any coins though. Alright, now we move on to the year of 2023, where we would see what is, in my opinion, the single greatest piece of Rockstar animatronic merch to date. In February, Funko released this incredible 12-inch Lefty vinyl statue. I mean, what can I say? The visual just speaks for itself. Not only is this my favorite piece of Rockstar animatronic merch, it's one of my favorite pieces of FNAF merch, period. It's very expensive now on aftermarket sites, but I believe you can still actually find this in stores now. I remember seeing posts recently of it popping up at a Marshall's store, so check your local ones if you got any for sure. Well everyone, that is, as of now, every piece of Rockstar animatronic figures and plushies. I honestly don't know what the future will hold for these guys going forward. I do believe that Jazzwares or Hex will put out something eventually, and I'm sure it will be Lefty related because he's definitely the most popular Rockstar animatronic. But I would personally love to see Rockstar Bonnie and Chica get their own plushies someday. And I know this is wishful thinking, but if McFarlane ever started doing FNAF sets again, a back alley set featuring Lefty, Scrap Baby, and Scrap Trap would seriously be the best thing ever. And why not give them all their own youtooz figure, right? That's gotta happen at some point. But as always, let me know what you have, what you want, and what you hope the future holds for Rockstar animatronic merch. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fazbear Acid.